You think you've seen fast? Think again. The 2025 Aprilia RSV4 X-GP isn't just another superbike. It's a track weapon built to blur your vision. We're talking Formula 1 level engineering in a two-wheeled machine that weighs less than some e-bikes, but delivers over 200 horsepower. Aprilia says this is their most extreme production bike ever, and after looking at the numbers, it's hard to argue. But does the RSV4 X-GP's insane performance actually make sense for real riders? Or is it pure overkill built just to flex? Let's find out. Aprilia has never been shy about pushing limits, but the 2025 RSV4 X-GP takes that attitude to another level. Born from the brand's decades of MotoGP experience, this bike isn't just inspired by the track, it is the track, refined for those who want to own a slice of racing heritage. Built in limited numbers, the X-GP carries the DNA of the championship-winning RSV4, but turns up every dial: power, aerodynamics, and exclusivity. What makes this launch so important isn't just the numbers, it's what Aprilia is trying to prove. In a world chasing electric mobility and everyday comfort, they've doubled down on raw performance and emotion. So, how does that gamble play out? And is the X-GP really the ultimate expression of what a superbike can be? We're about to find out. From the moment you see the 2025 Aprilia RSV4 X-GP, it's clear this isn't a bike built for the faint-hearted. The aggressive stance, razor-sharp lines, and exposed carbon fiber fairings make it look less like a road bike and more like something stolen, straight from a MotoGP paddock. The aerodynamic winglets, functional, not decorative, push the front tire into the asphalt at high speeds, keeping the bike glued to the track. Even standing still, it looks fast enough to scare you. Underneath that sculpted body sits a 1099cc V4 engine that screams up to nearly 14,500 RPM. Aprilia claims over 230 horsepower, but what really matters is how it delivers that power. Smooth at lower revs, then brutally explosive as you twist the throttle. This isn't a bike you simply ride, it's a bike that demands your respect. It's precise, violent, and incredibly rewarding for those who know how to handle it. But the X-GP isn't all muscle, it's also packed with cutting-edge tech. The advanced APRC, Aprilia Performance Ride Control System, gives riders layers of electronic assistance: traction control, wheelie control, launch control, and cornering ABS, fine-tuned from their MotoGP program. It's like having a pit crew inside your ECU, constantly adjusting to keep the bike stable without dulling the thrill. And the new lightweight gearbox, paired with the quick shifter, makes every shift feel instant and surgical. Aprilia's engineers didn't stop at power. They focused on making the X-GP as light as possible using magnesium and titanium components that cut serious weight. The result? A curb weight under 370 pounds, making it one of the lightest and most agile superbikes ever produced. That means every flick of the handlebar feels telepathic, every corner feels like it's been pre-programmed to obey your line. Inside the cockpit, you're greeted with a full-color TFT display, minimal but purposeful. Every detail screams racing intent. Adjustable rear sets, carbon winglets, and a fuel tank sculpted perfectly for aggressive riding posture. There's no comfort mode, no heated grips, no unnecessary fluff. Aprilia knows exactly who this bike is for, and it's not for casual weekend cruisers. However, with all this performance comes a reality check. The X-GP is track-focused to its core. The suspension setup is stiff, the exhaust loud, and the ergonomics aggressive. It's built to dominate lap times, not morning commutes. But that's also what makes it special. It's unapologetically pure, an unfiltered connection between rider and machine. And let's talk about exclusivity. Aprilia plans to produce only a limited number of RSV4 X-GP units, each hand-built and individually numbered. That rarity adds a layer of prestige. Owning one isn't just buying a bike, it's owning a piece of modern motorsport art. The real question is, does all this performance and exclusivity justify what's expected to be a jaw-dropping price tag? And more importantly, can it truly outshine rivals like the Ducati Panigale V4 Superleggera and BMW M1000RR on both specs and soul? Stick around because the next part might just surprise you. And then comes the moment everyone's been waiting for, the real test. When we finally unleashed the 2025 Aprilia RSV4 X-GP on the track, it didn't just live up to the hype, it shattered it. The first twist of the throttle hits like a punch to the chest. The engine's roar isn't just loud, it's alive, echoing through the pit lane like a war cry. 0 to 60 flies by in under 3 seconds, and before you can process it, you're deep into triple-digit speeds with surgical precision through every corner. What's shocking is how controllable all that chaos feels. The electronics never fight you, they guide you, subtly letting you dance right on the edge of traction. The front stays planted through corners, those carbon winglets doing their job like invisible hands pressing you down. Even the braking, thanks to the Brembo Stylema setup, feels like hitting a wall made of velvet. Powerful but perfectly modulated. And here's the twist. While it's built for the track, the RSV4 X-GP doesn't completely punish you on smoother roads. It's still wild, yes, but the refinement is real. Every input feels cleaner, more connected than the outgoing RSV4. It's the difference between chaos and control, a bike that finally channels all its madness into something beautifully usable. Then there's the lap time. Against the stopwatch, the RSV4 X-GP posted numbers that land right between Ducati's Superleggera V4 and BMW's M1000RR, an impressive feat considering its price bracket might be slightly lower. It's fast, raw, and surprisingly balanced, proving Aprilia didn't just build another special edition, they built a statement. By the time you roll back into the pits, heart racing and hands buzzing, one thing becomes clear. The X-GP isn't about being practical. It's about chasing the limit and loving every second of it. But here's the catch. Does that level of insanity make it worth the rumored six-figure price tag? Let's talk about that in the final verdict. So where does that leave the 2025 Aprilia RSV4 X-GP? Simply put, it's a masterpiece of focus. This isn't a bike trying to please everyone, and that's exactly why it stands out. For riders who crave precision, adrenaline, and the purest expression of speed, the X-GP delivers in ways few machines ever have. Its power delivery is ferocious, its handling razor-sharp, and its track presence downright intimidating. This is Aprilia proving they can go toe-to-toe with Ducati and BMW, and in some ways even outshine them. But it's not without compromise. The RSV4 X-GP is brutally focused on performance, which means comfort and practicality take a back seat. Long rides? Forget it. Daily commuting? Not its game. And with its expected six-figure price tag, it's a luxury reserved for collectors, seasoned track riders, or those who simply want to own one of the most exclusive superbikes of the decade. In the current US market, where electric and hybrid machines are starting to dominate headlines, Aprilia's decision to double down on combustion power feels almost rebellious and refreshing. It reminds enthusiasts that there's still room for emotion, sound, and raw analog control in a world moving toward quiet efficiency. This bike won't change the future of transportation, but it will influence how brands think about passion and performance in that future. So is the Aprilia RSV4 X-GP worth it? If you're chasing numbers, there are cheaper ways to go fast, but if you're chasing feeling, that goosebump moment when man and machine move as one, then this bike is worth every penny. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Would you spend that kind of money for pure performance, or would you go for something more balanced like a BMW M1000RR or Ducati V4R? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-world reviews that fuel your passion for speed.